Hello YouTube, it's Final once again, bringing you another addition to the tanking series. This one is the Ancient Ward set that I'm using to tank Lazarus in. I'm going to go through my sword and shield build, my hammer build, my stats, my armor, what consumables I'm using, obviously the Carnelian gem, which I'm always going to mention because I got it wrong in the first ever tank video. So without further ado, let's have a look at my sword and shield spec. So the main one is the sword and shield, obviously. What I'm running here is I am running on Shield Rush, Defiant Stance, and Reverse Stab. Obviously, these are the main things for your tanking abilities. I've gone all the way down in Sword Master to get Leadership, but we'll go through all of that now. So all of the passive, what I'm using is Empowered Stab. Successfully heavy attacks grant you 30% empowerment, so it gives you more DPS. Achilles Heel, the final attack in your light attack chain inflicts 20% slow. And then I'm going for Precision, which is a sword and shield critical strike chance increased by 10%. Counter attack, when you block an attack, gain a stack of 3% empowerment. So I'm trying to stack all them empowerments. Opportunist, which deals 10% more damage on slowed foes. Confidence, while health is full, deal 15% more damage. And with critical precision, on critical gain, 20% haste for 5 seconds. And then I'm going for Leadership. While holding a sword, the damage of all your group members is increased by 10% to help the DPS. I've gone all the way down in Reverse Stab, so I'm getting the Reverse Stab now grants grit, so I'm not getting knocked down. On successful hit with Reverse Stab, all other sword cooldowns are reduced by 25%. So obviously cooldowns so that you can get your Defiant Stance and everything like that. So on the defender side, I've gone Sturdy Shield, grants an additional 15% physical damage. I've gone Sturdy Grip. Stamina damage is reduced by 15% when block a melee attack with the shield. And I've gone Elemental Resistant. Reduced damage from all magical types. I've gone Shield Rush down to the second one, which on successful hit, all enemies within 5 meters are weakened by 10%, which helps the DPS again. I've got Recuperation. All incoming heals and regeneration increased by 10%. That's quite important because you're going to take quite a lot of damage. And then I've got Defiant Stance. I've gone down into the second one. I've not taken the third one, that it heals you 15% because I don't feel that you need it, especially with our healers. So the idea here, they've changed the aggro a little bit. So your Defiant Stance will hold aggro, but you are going to need to swing with your sword to refresh all of your abilities and make sure that you're doing damage. Otherwise, the aggro does lose very, very, very quickly now. So with all of these, it's really good. With your Shield Rush, that does gain you a lot of aggro as well. So using that a lot is pretty decent. Reverse Stab is going to refresh everything, and swinging your sword is going to refresh everything too to get Defiant Stance up. Also, what I use is my hammer. So let's bring the hammer build up now. On this one, to be fair, as long as you've got Sundering Shockwave for the extra taunt, everything else is completely up to you. This is the way I run mine. I run through it quickly. It's not overly great because I'm literally only swapping over to it, Sundering Shockwave for the AoE taunt, and then coming back. So I've got Eptom of Bonk, Exhaustive Attack, abilities exhaust slowing targets. I've got Hammer Time, gaining power. I've got Hardened Steel, add grit to the Warhammer heavy attack, and I've got Power Through Pain. I've gone all the way down in Wrecking Bolt. I've gone all the way down in Shockwave, and for the passives over here, I've got Increased Damage Absorption. I've got Guarded Sprint. I've got Concussive Impact, Prevailing Spirit, and Aftershock. And then I've also got Path of Destiny all the way down to the third. But like I said, I am literally only using Shockwave, and then I'm turning back to my Sword and Shield. My attributes. So the way I'm running is I'm running 300 strength, so that I've got grit on my light and heavy attacks, which is important so you don't get knocked back and you don't lose the aggro again. And I'm running 276 because I'm running Carrot Cake, which gives you 24 strength and 16 stamina. And I'm running 195 con with the 16 constitution on the Carrot Cake. Going to take me to 211, which is perfect. So let's have a look at what armor I'm using to go into Lazarus. The week that I did Lazarus was an ice affliction. So all of my gems, or part of my gems, are going to be ice gems. So let's go through it now. So what I am using is the Chardis set, the complete Chardis set. So from head to toe, I'm in Chardis, which you get from the end boss in Lazarus. So it's a really, really easy set to get hold of. The higher the mutations, the more chance it is to drop. But yes, I'm using the full Chardis set with 4 ice gems and 1 onyx gem in there. All of the set is refreshing ward, ancient ward, and invigorating with full strength. For my shield on this one, I'm using Fortified Shield Rush, which, as in the previous video, I have said that this is the most important perk that you're going to need. And then I've got Ancient Ward and Sturdy, 2 of the other really decent ones for this one. Then I go down onto my necklace. Ignore the gem because I'm filming this on a week that I'm not doing Laz, so I'm using this somewhere else. I would normally have an ice gem in there. I've got Divine and Health. So 9.7% more health and 9.8% more healing coming in. And then, as normal, I'm using the Smooth Bone Ring from Laz and the Doom's Chance from Genesis. All with different perks. We've got Leeching, Hearty, and Keen on the Smooth Bone Ring, and Refreshing Toast, and Regenerating on my Earring. Standard setup on my sword, which is Blackguard's Hatchet, with a Carnelian gem in for the taunt. I've got Keen, Refreshing Move, and Trench Strikes. And then I'm using the Woods Warden, which has got a Carnelian gem in as well, for Keen Vicious and Keenly Fortified. I'm also using Health Pots, Common Oak Balm, Stone Gem Dust, and Hearty Mills. Obviously, with the Common Oak Flesh, I know where I need to pop them, where the heavy melee attacks are coming in, just to help the healer and take a little bit of the pressure off of him or her, so that, you know, you're helping and doing what you can. I'm also using, in this is a Carrot Cake, so that you can increase your strength by 24 and your constitution by 16 to bring your stats up to 300 strength and 211 constitution. So that is my build for Ancient Ward, or Lazarus Week, shall we say. But the extra in this one, which is different to most others, is the last boss. I do bring in some medium pieces to swap out for the last boss, and a different hammer, so that I've got Ancient Bane enchanted on the hammer to help the DPS on the last boss and bring my armor down. So what I do on the last boss is I just change these pieces out, take my shield off, and put this hammer on, and that is me ready for Chardis at the end, just to help the DPS a little bit more and get her down a lot quicker. So hopefully this helped you. It gives you a little bit of an insight again to how we tank Lazarus and how I tank Lazarus, and what we do, the little trick on the end boss with swapping the tank stuff out to give you a little bit more DPS as well. So if you did like it, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you see that there's any improvements that I could make, again, leave some comments in the section below, but please make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button, because it really does help and it really does motivate me to make more videos like this. Hopefully you did like it, but I'm going to leave you there. You've got all the information on this one. The series of the tank is keep going. There's a couple more to come. Hopefully you're liking the series. So yeah, without further ado, I'll leave it there and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.